Namaskar. Today we will discuss microprocessor 8085 study kit designed and developed by Anshuman Pune. Now this is our study kit. This is the power supply of the study kit. Now when we open the kit, then we will observe that there are two parts in a kit. This is the user interface part, in which there is a keyboard which consists of number keys from 0 to F. Now we know that in case of 8085 we will have to enter the data or program in the form of hexadecimal number, and therefore there are number keys from 0 to F. There are two special keys, shift and control. Some function keys are there. This is escape, this is move, this is S for substitute, this is for program, and this is for go. This key is the enter key, CR. Now in due course we will discuss something about uses of different keys. This is the user interface. There are 8 7-segment displays. Now remember that in case of this study kit, when we display any message on the console output, that is 7-segment display, it is in the form of this 8 7-segment display. There is a single line of 8 7-segment displays. This key is the reset key. If we will have to reset the system, we can use this key. Every key is in the form of a tab key. That means when I press it, if I release it, it comes in up. Therefore, these keys are like the tab keys. The second part in a kit is the actual hardware part. Though we are using this kit for execution of simple programs, the kit is designed and developed by some complicated programs too, as well as the experiments of interfacing. And therefore, along with the minimum required facilities, there are some sophisticated facilities too. We will not go into detail of each and every part of the hardware, but just I would like to introduce some ICs in it. Now this is typically our 8085 microprocessor 8085. You can observe, you can see the number on it. See, this is 8085 microprocessor. Therefore, this is actual microprocessor which we are going to study. Okay. Now, there are some other chips. This chip is known as the ROM, read-only memory. Now in the theory course, we have gone through the execution of program. That means how there is execution of program in the form of fetch, decode and execute. As soon as the power is on, the MUPI begins to fetch the instruction, decode it and execute it. And therefore some program is to be stored in the form of ROM. MUPI begins to execute the program from that ROM. Therefore this is ROM whose address begins from 000H up to 1FFFH. That is hexadecimal. This is RAM. This is to be used as scratch pad. That means to store the temporary data or the stack pointer will address the memory location from this area as a scratch pad or as a stack register. When we use the push or pop instruction, then the temporary data of program counter will be pushed and pull whenever required from this memory area. There is no IC in it because there is no need to load large programs for us, and therefore only one IC is inserted at this particular socket. But this socket is for the memory from address 4000 to 5FFF, and in case of this kit, the memory locations are available from 600H to 7FFH. That means when we write our program, we will have to assign the memory from 6000 to 7FFF. No doubt, the MUPI can address the memory locations from 0000 to FFFF. Out of that, these four memory ICs are at the memory location 0000 to 7FFF. Now from 8000 to FFFF, the memory is not available in this hardware, but we can connect it externally. Forget about this. This IC is 8279. This is 8279, which is known as keyboard and display controller. Therefore, if we will have to display something on the console output, that is one line of 7 segment displays, then the MUPI has to interact with the 7 segment display through the display controller. Similarly, when we press any key, the key will be decoded by this display controller or keyboard and display controller, and accordingly it will send the information to 8085 microprocessor. These two ICs are the ICs for interfacing with the external world. These are known as PPI, Programmable Peripheral Interface. It is 8255. These two ICs are 8255 ICs. Then there are remaining ICs like encoder, decoder, gates, etc. and forget about this. We will not going into detail of the functioning of these ICs. As a programmer, we have more interest on this part, how to load the program or how to load the data, how to execute the program, and how to check whether the program is executed successfully or not. This is the power supply of microprocessor kit. You will observe that this is a socket, and this socket is to be connected here. I will connect the socket and I will make it on. Okay. Therefore, I will connect the socket. You will observe that socket to be inserted in the proper connector properly. Socket. Okay. Now, as soon as I switch on the power, you will observe that it will display Anshuman, ANSHUMAN. Remember that this is 7 segment display. Therefore, every character will not be displayed like the matrix display or dot matrix display. There are only 7 segments and 8 is the dot. Therefore, every character, every number is to be displayed in the form of those 7 segments. And therefore, we will have to read this as ANSHUMAN, Anshuman. The study kit is designed to load the program, execute the program, check the content of memory, check the content of register, content of IO, that is peripheral devices, etc. Therefore, these functions keys are to be used for that. It is M for move, G for go, etc. But we are interested in few keys only. For example, this key is for substitute mode. Therefore, when I press this key, it will ask for substitute. See, you can read this SUBSTUT, substitute, and there is a question mark. I will reset it. If I press this key, it will ask for move. That means if we will have to transfer the content of certain memory area to other, we will have to use this move function. If I press this G key, then it will ask for go to. During program execution, that means if we will have to execute a program, we will have to inform the microprocessor to execute the program through this function, and therefore this go to function is of our use. This is one more function, it is program, but we are not going to use this function in our course. We will be in need of only two keys. One is S for the substitute and other is G to execute the program, that is go to. Now we will discuss the different sub functions in substitute mode. Therefore, I will press S. See, the kit is so programmed that if I press any key other than CR, it will ask for the different sub options. Therefore, I will press, say for example, 9 key. It will do nothing because there are no sub options for substitute mode. Okay. Now, if we will have to come out from this, either we can press reset key or we can press escape key. And if we press escape key, then this is the command prompt. That means MUPI is ready to read the information from user. This is known as command prompt. Now again I will press substitute. It will ask whether you are ready for substitution. I will press CR key. Therefore it is confirmation. Again if I press CR key, then it will go for interaction with the memory. This is MEMORY, that is memory. But now here there are some sub functions with memory. Therefore I will press the key other than CR 8. It will ask for IO. That means whether I am interested in substitution in IO, input output, that is peripheral devices. Again I will place other key than CR. It will ask for register. Again I will press key other than CR, memory. Therefore in substitute mode there are three options whether to substitute something in memory, IO or register. Therefore if the memory is on console output, that is 7 segment display, and if I press CR, then it will ask for the address of the memory location where I will have to substitute the data. Okay. Now I know that the memory chips are available only for the memory address 2000 to 3FFF and 6000 to 7FFF. No doubt, the memory chip is available for 0000 to 1FFF, but that IC is ROM. It is read only memory. Therefore, we cannot store the data or store the program. We cannot write there. It is PROM, already programmed. Okay. And therefore, in case of this kit, as the IC is available from 60000, I can store my program from this particular location, or I can store the temporary data from 2000 onwards. Obviously, though the locations from 2000 are available for the user, from 2000 to 20FF, these locations are used by the programs which are there in ROM. Therefore, always it is better to store the data from 2100. Okay. Now, the memory address is to be provided at this stage. Now, I will enter 6000. Then I will have to confirm it by pressing CR key. Now this displays memory address data. Therefore at 6000 already there is a data BF. Now if I press CR key, that is enter key, it will continue the display of next memory location, that is 6001, the data is FF. 6002, the data is FF. 6003, the data is FF. We can move forward by pressing CR key, and we can move in reverse direction by pressing Control plus CR key. That means I will have to press the control and then CR. You will observe that it is 6002, the data is FF. Again control plus CR, it is 6001, the data is FF. Again control plus CR, the data is BF at 6000. Now if I will have to change the content, then when the particular memory location address is there, I can enter the data. Suppose 3E, I had changed from BF to 3E, I will have to confirm it. Then I will write it is 80, I will confirm. Then I will write D3, confirm. 0B, confirm. Means now at 6000 I have stored 3E, then 80, then D3 and then 0B. Now I will have to verify it. Suppose the program is too long, then I can press escape and again I can begin with 6000. Substitute, yes. Memory, yes. Address is 6000. Confirm. The data is 3E. Then next location it is 80. Next is D3. Next is 0B. But suppose if we will have to go back for few locations, 5 or 6 memory locations, then I can press Control and press CR. Previous location, previous location, previous location. Therefore, I can confirm in either directly beginning from the initial memory location, or I can move forward and in reverse direction too. Okay. Now, in case of this MUPI 8085, there are no separate memory regions and program regions. Therefore, either we can store the program or we can store the data in the same memory region. Therefore, whether this 6000, the content is 3, whether it is data or program, it depends on the user. That means user can assign certain memory locations for data and certain memory locations for program. Therefore, for us, this is just data. It may work as program if you have designed that data with certain logic. Okay. Now, we will discuss the second mode, that means how to store the data in register. I will press escape key, then substitute. I will confirm for substitute. Now it is asking for memory, but I will press the key other than CR. Therefore, it will ask for IO. Now for the time being, don't go in IO mode because no peripheral is connected for this study kit. Therefore, I will press again any key. It will ask for register. I will press enter. The kit will ask for name of the register. Now there are two ways. Either we can provide the name of register like AF, A for accumulator, F for flag, BC, B register, C register, D register, E register, H or L. Or if we provide nothing, it will begin with accumulator. Therefore, content of accumulator are 00. Content of next, it will again ask for name. If I provide nothing, then it will display the content of register B. Again, it will ask for register. I can provide the name of register, say E, it will display the content of E. I will press CR, it will ask for the name. I can provide D, F, etc. If I provide F, it will display the content of flag. And if it is not provided by me, then it will display first A register, then B register, C, D, E, then H, L and F and then H and then L. Okay, that is L, again program counter, then stack pointer, again A. Therefore sequence is accumulator, B register, C register, D register, E register, F register, H register, L register, program counter, stack pointer, and again register A. Now as we can see the data, we can change the data too. Therefore I can substitute, it is 78. Therefore the content 00 from accumulator are overwritten by 78. I will press enter and then I can check name register A, it is 78. Now in the similar manner we can store the data, that is operand, in RAM. Only we will have to provide the address from 2000 onwards. Okay. In the next session, we will decode some program and we will discuss how to load the program and how to execute it. Thank you.